Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rūpa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rūpam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandha Jagat Pate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Brisavana Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Patarubhyascha Kripa Sundivyayevacha Patitanam Pavinivyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Continue our reading from Sri Prema Bhakti Candrika or Narottam Das Thakura. Text 7. Prema Bhakti rīti jata nija granthe suvekata likhiyāchen mahāśaya yāhāra śravan hoite premānande cite yugala madhura rasāśraya. The various characteristics of loving devotional service have been elaborately described by these two great personalities in their books. One who hears these descriptions feels transcendental happiness in his heart and takes shelter of the divine, of the sweet divine couple. Purport. The process of attaining loving devotional service and the process practiced by the pure devotees who have already attained loving devotional service are correctly and elaborately described by Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanatana Gosvamis in their books, such as Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, Ujjwal Nilamani, Lalita Madhava, Vidagdha Madhava, Dhana Keli Kaumudi. This is from Sri Rūpa Goswami. All these books are from Rūpa Goswami. Savamala and Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrit. These are from Sanatana Goswami. By hearing and reciting these scriptures, the heart of the devotees are merged in the ocean of loving ecstasy under the shelter of the sweet melodies of Sri Radha and Madhava. have read all these books, all of them. Not only reading, I hear them constantly. So it is said here that by hearing and reciting these scriptures, which scriptures? These books here, written by Sanatana Goswami and Sri Rūpa Goswami. By hearing and reciting these scriptures, the heart of the devotees are merged in the ocean of loving ecstasy under the shelter of the sweet mellows of Sri Radha and Madhava. That is true. You will see Sanatana Goswami, Rūpa Goswami have described elaborately, intensely, the intimate dealings of Radha and Krishna. Very intimately. That are not something imagined by ordinary people. And it is said here that by hearing and reciting them, hearing and reciting. Let me start from Brihat Bhagavatamrita. Brihat Bhagavatamrita. Just some portion, just some part, as Sanatana Goswami described. It's very, very big book. But His Grace Gopi Padana Prabhu translated all of them and put the purport. And His Holiness Bhadna Maharaj also has done the same thing. Very sweet. They are very sweet. As it is written here, by hearing and reciting them. Sanatana Goswami described something which we most of us have had. There are many things. Just to invite all of you into this nectar. Sanatana Goswami described. We have read the 10th canto of Bhagavatam. Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram leaving Vrindavan for Mathura. We have had. Sanatana Goswami said these pastimes took place many times. Not once. It took place many times. Krishna goes and comes back. Krishna goes and he comes back. Krishna Balaram, first of all, Akrura came to Vrindavan, being sent by Kamsa. Kamsa sent him to come and get Krishna Balaram. So, Sanatana Goswami said, Lord Krishna forgot to do his duty. Because of the attachment he has for the gopis. Not the attachment gopis has for Krishna. Krishna delayed to do his duty because the attachment he has for the gopis. So Akrura has to come and chastise Krishna and took him by force. Every day Kamsa raised his sword before your father and your mother. I'll kill you. So Krishna, don't allow your devotees to suffer like this. Don't allow your devotee to suffer. They are suffering every day because of Kamsa atrocities. Come, let us go. Mother Yasoda hid Krishna behind the pillar. I should not go anywhere. Akrura has to come and convince Nanda Maharaj. I will take them for a short time. After killing Kamsa, I will bring them back. So Nanda Maharaj went to Yashoda Mai and said, let our boy go and see his uncle. Then they will come back. I will place your son in my hand. Yashoda Mai said, okay, I'm placing my son in your hand. You take him and you bring him back and place him back in my hand. Nanda Maharaj said, yes, I will do that. Only at this time, only by this promise that Yashoda Mai agreed to send Krishna. When Akrura arrived, it was in the evening. Right? It discussed in the Bhagavatam. It was in evening. That very night, the gopis did not sleep throughout the whole night. This is Ujjwala Dilamani. No, sorry, Vidagda Madhava. This is Vidagda Madhava. The cowhead men, they did not sleep the whole night when they heard that Krishna is leaving tomorrow for Mathura. They did not sleep the whole night. Even those who were making garlands, they stopped making garlands. What did they use for making this garland? Whom am I making this garland for when the person I'm making for is not staying? Who am I making the garland? That night, rain fell throughout the whole night. And Rūpa Goswami said, this was the cry from the goddess of night in pain of separation from Lord Krishna. Due to pain of separation. So finally, the next morning, when the news spread, Lord Krishna and Balaram are going to Vrindavan, going to Mathura. An arrangement has been made. So Krishna climbed the chariot with Balaram. And the gopis came. Krishna, you are leaving us for Mathura? Madhu Mangala said, Krishna, while we are playing in the forest, just for the moment you move behind a tree, we can't tolerate that short moment, that just by moving behind a tree, that we don't see you, we're in anxiety. So what will happen to us when you will go for many days? What will happen to us? You don't consider that. And the gopis came before Krishna. Rūpa Goswami said the gopis were trying to hide, not to come before the elders. The elders would discover the lovely dealing, the love they have for Lord Krishna. They couldn't tolerate it at a point. They have to come out. If Krishna will, if elders will see, let them see. You should take your phone outside. If the phone ring again, I will stop. If any phone ring again, I will stop. I won't continue. So now Krishna and Balaram are sitting on the chariot, and the gopis came before Krishna. As soon as Krishna saw As soon as Krishna saw the gopis came before him, he got down from the chariot and left. Nobody saw him. Krishna left the chariot and followed the gopis to the forest. When Akura came and saw, look at the chariot, Krishna not sitting there. It's only Balaram is sitting there. Akura came, they saw, Balaram, where is your brother? Lord, Balaram also did not see when Krishna got down from the chariot. He didn't also see the gopis coming before because Krishna covered him, so he doesn't feel the pain for him. Krishna covered him from seeing what was happening, and he left with the gopis to the forest. They went to the forest and they were carefree. They were carefree, enjoying themselves. They were enjoying themselves in the forest. They were carefree. There's nothing like, oh, somebody waiting for me. That doesn't exist. They were carefree, performing their enjoyment. And Akura came and he saw, what is Krishna? Balaram said, oh, he's not sitting here. So he got down. Akura said, please, go and bring your brother back. So Akura got down from the chariot and he looked. When he looked on the ground and he saw Krishna's footprint, he traced it. From there he traced Krishna until he got Krishna where he was with the gopis. They were having their good time there. So Balaram said, brother, let us go. And Krishna came. With him. And as soon as he came and sat on the chariot, Akura, being afraid that Krishna will disappear again, and who knows this time where he will go and how long it will take to trace him, immediately Akura started the chariot. He is very experienced, so expert in driving. And Prabhupada also mentioned that he drove so fast, very fast. How fast was it? How experienced? He was driving because the gopis were trying to block the road. Some of them were falling on the ground. If you like, just climb on us so that we just finish. We can't tolerate the pain of being separated from Krishna. But Akura was so expert, he was maneuvering that he never stepped on the gopis. I was able to get out and took Krishna away very fast. In the short while he left. And then he took Krishna to Krishna Balaram to Akura Ghat. Akura Ghat. How many have been to Akura Ghat? Akura Ghat. Okay. That is the boundary between Vrindavan and Mathura. That's the boundary. So when, this is Jiva Goswami, when Krishna and Balaram got to the boundary, they returned back to Vrindavan. They didn't cross, they crossed there. And Akura saw that. When the chariot was standing at the border, this side, the chariot was standing there. And Krishna and Balaram were sitting there. Akura entered into the water to take a dip. As he entered into the water to take a dip, he saw Mahavishnu and Anantashesh inside the water. He looked on the chariot, you see Krishna and Balaram were sitting there. It was so mysterious. He simply took the dip and came out. When he came out, the Krishna looked at his face. Did you see something strange? See something mystifying? What did you see? Akura said, seeing you, the embodiment of all mysterious things. What else what else is there for me to see? Because I have seen everything. Just by seeing you, I have seen everything. So there's nothing to talk about this issue. Let us not talk about this issue. You forget it. So Krishna and Balaram came back. And then Krishna Vasudev went to Mathura. That is Krishna Vasudev. Sanatana Goswami said the Krishna went and he came back many times, not only once, many times. Krishna went to Mathura and he came back. He did this many times. So that is from Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami speaking. In Vidagdha Madhava, Rūpa Goswami he mentioned, it is said here, by hearing and reciting these scriptures, the heart of the devotees are amazed in the ocean of loving ecstasy under the shelter of the sweet melodies of Sri Radha and Madhava. Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanatana Goswamis are directly under the shelter of Srimati Radharani. Hence, Sri Narottam Thakur Das Thakur has addressed Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanatana Goswamis as mahāśaya, or great personalities. They are mahāśayas. So Ujjwala Nilamani, not Ujjwala Nilamani, not Ujjwala Nilamani, Vidagdha Madhava. Vidagdha Madhava. Rūpa Goswami said, Yashoda asked Krishna, my dear boy, why you did not come for the prasadam I have prepared for you since morning? The prasadam I have prepared is getting cold. Why you didn't come back for the prasad? Madhu Mangala said, dear mother, Krishna did not come back is not his fault. Krishna did not come back because he was attracted to the lovely dealings of the gopis. Krishna said, oh, don't look at this boy. He is going to embarrass me by narrating my pastime with the gopis before my parents. I have to stop this boy from talking nonsense. So Krishna looked at him and so Madhu Mangala was, oh mother, what I meant was, please change the topic. What I meant was that the Krishna was very, very busy taking care of the cows, so he forgot to come for the lunch. So Krishna said, yeah, that is true. How can my mind ever think of something else? My mind cannot think of anything else. But Nanda Maharaj understood. So he asked Yashoda Mai, dear wife, is there any girl suitable for our son to get married to? Yashoda Mai said, how can you think of getting these boys together? Milk is still in his mouth. Is this the time for marriage? Madhu Mangala said, yes, Krishna, the milk is still in their mouth. But that milk, the gopis are drinking it every day. This is the work Sanatana Goswami, Rūpa Goswami, they gave to us in their many, many books. Many books. Lalita Madhava described the pastimes of Krishna in Dwarka. And Vidagdha Madhava described Krishna activities in Vrindavan. And he said, It is Lord Shiva who told him not to mix. He was going to put the two together, but Lord Shiva told him, don't put them together, because the mellows are not the same. The flavor of the lovely dealings in Dwarka is different from the flavor of Prem in Vrindavan. So don't mix them together, because they will not mix properly. Separate the two, so that the devotees will know how to relish this thing together. Therefore, Rūpa Goswami divided the books into two, Bidagda Madhava and Lalita Madhava. It is stated elsewhere in this book, Radhike Charana Ashraya, Je Kare Se mahāśaya. This means that whoever takes shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Radhika is a great personality. So we should read these books. We should read all these books. His Holiness Bir Krishna Goswami has narrated all of them. All of them are narrated. And ISKCON Desire 3 has also loaded all of them there. So you can get all of them, the narrations and the books. So you can hear them. You can read them. These are the treasure our acharyas has given to us. They made these jewels. They gave us these jewels for it is not for sale. These jewels they give to, they spend their time. They spend their own valuable time here preparing this feast. And they made them available. It is led for us to feast on this and nourish our Krishna consciousness. It should nourish our life in Krishna consciousness. The loving affairs of the young divine couple are like refined gold. O Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanatana, you have unfolded this treasure to me, and I will wear these jewels of love as a garland around my neck. Purport. The word Lakshaban, refers to gold, which is thoroughly refined, being without a tinge of any impurities. Such gold shines brightly. In the same way, the loving dealings of Sri Radha and Krishna are most pure, without a tinge of selfishness. All glories to Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanatana Goswamis, who have, out of compassion, revealed this treasure of sweet love of Sri Radha and Krishna to the world through their writings. O most merciful Sri Rūpa and Sri Sanatana Goswamis, please bestow upon this poor fellow the treasure of this love, and be glorified as the most munificent. Please put a garland made from the jewels of Prema around my neck. This is the request. This is the request. Narottam Das Thakura is begging Sanatana Goswami, Rūpa Goswami, to allow him to get their mercy to enter into the realm of appreciating what they have given to us. To relish this, to drink this nectar regularly, daily. Those who are very, very fortunate that are taking shelter of these jewels our Goswamis have given to us will not run here and there looking for who to take shelter. Running here and there means we are empty. One who has Krishna Bhakti, it is Krishna who will look for you, not you looking for Krishna anywhere. Rūpa Goswami said, even if a devotee is in the forest, a devotee is in the sea, wherever a devotee of Krishna is, Krishna will go there, because Krishna does not want his devotees to suffer. Krishna will go anywhere where his devotee is, and he will deliver his devotees. So running here and there, it is emptiness, means that we are empty. And why are we empty? Because we are not taking advantage of what our acharyas have given to us. It is compared here to refined gold. Refined gold means Rūpa and Sanatana Goswami, what they have given to us. It is not tinged with the gyan and karma. It is completely free from gyan and karma. What they have given to us is prema, pure love of Godhead. That is what they have given. Everything. We should remember that Rūpa Goswami was given the blessing from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anything you write will be a scripture. Even if you say, it's a scripture, it's to be worshipped. This blessing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave to Rūpa Goswami. And then he wrote all these jewels, means they are scriptures approved by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they are available for devotees to relish. They describe the activities of Radha and Krishna. This is all they contain. And they are pure devotees. They are sweet dealings, the activities which they do in the spiritual world every day. That is what Rūpa and Sanatana Goswami brought here. And they deliver them to us. Now we should take advantage and drink them and remain satisfied in our Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Comments or question? Rūpa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they are manjaris in the spiritual world. They are in the spiritual world and also in the material world. So when the Rūpa Sanatana Goswami, who are manjaris in the spiritual world, when they come here, Goloka is empty of Sanatana Goswami and Rūpa Goswami? Or how is it? Is it empty? They are still there? Or they are here and still there? Or they are here and is there? Just like all of us are here. We are not in our ashram. Right? We are empty. If someone goes there now, they will find us absent. So when the Rūpa Sanatana Goswami or manjaris in Goloka, they came here, what is happening there? Not only Rūpa and others, Krishna himself also, when he comes here, what is happening there in Goloka? He's empty, waiting for the time he will return back there. So in Goloka, they be feeling pain of separation from Krishna, counting how long he will stay in the material world. 125 years, too long. Is that what is happening? No. That is no. That is the difference between the material and the spiritual. Material, we are limited. The spiritual is unlimited. So, as Krishna is expanding himself to do his activities, his pure devotees also expand themselves to do the activities. Sanatana Goswami from Brihad Bhagavatamrita, he shares his realizations with us. That within this so-called material world, Lord Krishna also has his abode here, which is spiritual. and the expansion of Krishna called Mahapurusha. Mahapurusha. He is staying here. He stays with, also stay with Lord Brahma. He is there in Lord Brahma's, how do you call it? Satyaloka. He is living there. He living in the Rampraya, in the planet Rampraya. He's staying there. He's staying in Satyaloka, the Brahma. He is staying in Sotradvip. All these Krishna pervade all this. When you say Krishna pervade all his creation, sarvam britati atistati sarvam. Lord Krishna pervade everything. In this way, the super soul exists, pervading everything. This is Bhagavad Gita. The super soul, Krishna pervade everything. He pervades it not just by philosophy, he is personally present in all these places. So Lord Brahma did not, in the Bhagavatam here, Brahma and the demigod, they went to call Krishna from Sotradvip. Sanatana Goswami said, why he didn't carry his own? Why he didn't carry, it's the same Vishnu who is staying in his own abode today. Lord Brahma did not bring his, he didn't ask his own to come here. Lord Brahma left his own there and went to call the one from Sotradvip to come here. Why he did like that? Because he didn't want to miss his own. How do you call it? Is selfishness or broad-mindedness? Is that selfishness? Brahma didn't call his own to come here. He left his own there. You stay here with me. Don't go. Don't go there. You're going to spend 125 years. Don't leave this place. You stay here. So his own stays there with him. But he went to call the one from Sotradvip. The same universe here, to come here. So the Vishnu that came is from Sotradvip. But Lord Brahma's son, because it's the same Vishnu, stay with him in his own abode today. This is spiritual. This is how the spiritual thing function. So when, in the same way, when the Jaris or the Sakis are coming here, they are also still there. They have never left anywhere. They're so still there. It's not empty. Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhai Yayali bi yuktira pekshaniya Tatratidarshan ativalavasya Pande Guru Shri Charanaravinam. Yes, that is what you are saying. That is what you are saying. The spiritual master we see here is his shadow. He is there and reflected here. So when you see he's lying down and sleeping, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura there said he is making tasty arrangement for Krishna and the gopis for their enjoyment. He is not sleeping. He is arranging all these wonderful activities for Radha and Krishna's enjoyment. That is his permanent duty. He's not sleeping. So, he is there but reflecting here. They do their duty eternally. Yes.
These books which you are saying, you're reading, so is there some qualification to read these books because I feel like if we, the pastime are so intimate that we may feel more enriched to Krishna if we are not properly qualified. So is there some qualification?
Everything has qualification. Everything has qualification. So, some said, don't read it. Don't. Some said, yes. So, argument. Argument is what to do. Yes, no, yes, no. So, when doing bhāse sastri, not nectar of devotion, where do we stop in nectar of devotion? Bhakti sastri. Chapter 19. For the first time, we covered the remaining chapters completely to the end. And then Her Grace Urmila Devi, she took us, we went through all completely. Very sweet. Very, very sweet. You know, is a Facebook mentioned here. Bhakti Rasamrit Sandhu. So we went through the whole. What is the purpose Prabhupada translated and put this book? What is the purpose Prabhupada did this? Why Prabhupada gave it to us? We should read it. It's for us. Prabhupada, he gave us a Krishna book before before he translated the 10 cantos itself and many other cantos about it. He gave us the Krishna book. Krishna book is what? 10th canto. So why he did that? And not only that it was printed, it was distributed even to non-devotees. What will they do with it? They're going to read it. It's non-devotee, those who know nothing about the Christian consciousness. We are talking about a practicing devotee who is trying to practice chanting, keeping regulation. We should not read it. And we are distributing it to people who know nothing about anything. There's zero. We are distributing the books. So what does it mean? So the Papa didn't know we are distributing the Krishna book? He didn't know? He knows. So what did he do that? He wants us to read these things. We should read these things. They are meant for us. He didn't write them so we can sell and make money. They are meant for us. It's for us to enjoy. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I prefer his resolve. So he brought us the debate because these things are very, very intimate, very, very esoteric things, and it is meant for confidential devotees and devotees who are not properly groomed yet. They should not read this because you get disturbed. I remember one day we were new that time. We were very new that time. And Krishna book was very common. Very common. We were distributing it also everywhere. And then one lady, she read the Krishna book and she dropped the book and came to me. How can Krishna do this kind of thing? How can Krishna do this? That means she was disturbed. And she's thinking, why I should not do it? Krishna is doing this now, so why I should not do it? That was the idea. This is coming. If it is bad, why we should read this? Why is he put in the book for us if it is bad? I'm reading this thing, I'm seeing what is Krishna doing. Krishna went and carried Gopi's dress and climbed a tree and is telling them to come and collect it. That's the one she read. That's the chapter she read. And Krishna is telling them, come one by one to take your clothes. And the Gopis were very, very shy to come before Krishna because they were nude. And Krishna said, see, I am not joking with you. I'm not joking. You better come and take your clothes. Otherwise, you die in the cold water there. Just save yourself. Come and take your clothes. And don't come here all at once. Come one by one. You come one by one. And they try to cover to come back. Like I say Surya Namaskara. Surya Namaskara. It means what? So it be free. So it be free. So I will see everything. So how can Krishna do this? That's why Krishna cannot do that. Why he should not do that? Like his property, he has his right. So we cannot ask Krishna that question because that is his right. So the question is, so should we read this? Yes, you should read it. You should read it. The other day we quoted that verse from Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Our Acharya said, the lost will become purified. And this morning, Bhagavatam also, the verse was quoted, the last part of the lecture. So we should read it. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, the qualification for anyone to read, that's why I say I like his own conclusion. The qualification is, if you feel comfortable to read, you should read. And if you feel disturbed, don't read. For me, his point makes sense to me. I like his own. This is a conclusion from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. If you are comfortable, go ahead. If you are not comfortable, stop. Don't go. So I prefer that. That's the qualification. That if you feel comfortable with it, so you can read it. And if you don't feel comfortable, don't read. No, also don't hear. Somebody asked me, some years ago, there was a Puri Yatra. His Grace Madhavananda Prabhu was, and Jadwata Maharaj and Danudar Maharaj. They should do every year in January. So that year, His Holiness, what is his name? Sarta Parati Goswami Maharaj. So he was narrating this pastime, and after that, one devotee came to me, said, Maharaj, I don't feel comfortable with this kind of class. What should I do? I said, if you don't feel comfortable, don't stay there in the class. You can go. It's not an offense. It is an offense, a disrespect to walk out of a class. But in this case, it's not an offense because you cannot handle it. So it's okay. So you can leave the class. But if you are comfortable, you should go. But since you say you're not comfortable, don't stay there. You can go. It will not be a disrespect because this is your situation. Understand? So
Like if we are not comfortable, then how can we start feeling comfortable?
if you're not comfortable, you should not go for it now. You should continue to practice. And when you grow to a certain level that you can feel comfortable, then you can go for it. Hare Krishna. I have another class. I have to go and get ready. See you tomorrow. And happy Ekadasi for all of you tomorrow. Srila Prabhupada ki jaya.
ओपन क्या एसी का काम चल रहा है?
नहीं